people? It's your boy, the host with the most. I do not brag or boast, and I'm coming to you guys live from coast to coast. It's your boy. I'm Chris the Don One, and welcome to another fabulous rendition of Clearly for this podcast. How y'all living? I'm living swell. Rate, comment, subscribe, share this podcast as well as this live stream in the YouTube algorithm with your friends, family, as well as your followers. You can further support the channel and your boy Don Squad in the house. Stand up, salute by hitting the Cash App. $, I'm Chris the Don One. You can also become a member. Membership has its privileges. You get bright, shiny badges, exclusive content, only for your eyes only. All right. Without further ado, let's get into today's topics. Holy, we got the mother load of SA and, HS. We got some R going on. We got some grape going on. Holy, and I'm not talking about grape Kool-Aid. We got a lot of stories that we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about Jamie Foxx situation. We're also going to be talking about Marcellus Wiley, Cuba Gooding Jr., Jimmy Iovine, Axl Rose, Iman Shumpert, and his lovely wife. They got a little situation going on as far as divorce and things of that nature. We're also going to be talking about Kiki. We're going to be talking about Kiki. Are you with me? We're going to be talking about a lot of stuff on today's episode. Okay. Without further ado, and we also got some brand new, spanking new Diddy news. It seems like we got some more accusations on the horizon when it comes to Sean Diddy Combs, a.k.a. better known as P. Diddy, but on social media, they call him P. Diddy. We're also going to be talking about Young Miami and that dynamic and things of that nature, Kim Porter's book. We're going to be talking about all that stuff, all right? So without further ado, before we begin, first, I like to say, shout out to my Graveyard Shift crew. Welcome. Shout out to my early morning crew. I know it's Black Friday. Y'all tell me in the comment section how much money you saved during Black Friday, during the whole presentation of today of Black Friday. Tell me all the deals that you done gotten yourself involved with. Tell me what you done saved. Tell me what you're going to get. Because everyone knows that Black Friday, that's the busiest shopping day of the year. Now, Cyber Monday, that's for the, Amazon and, if you're shopping online, but I'm pretty sure Amazon and those other places have Black Friday deals as well. All right. Without further ado, let's get into today's topic. First order of business, we're going to be talking about Jamie Foxx. Now, Jamie Foxx, after Diddy found himself in a situation and some new accusations are on the horizon as far as Sean Diddy Combs, it seems like everybody is coming out of the woodwork, and a lot of people think all of these quote unquote, first of all, we got to say this before we start on any of these topics. All of this is allegedly. I'm not here to judge anybody. I'm not here to convict anybody. Everyone is proven innocent until they get their opportunities in a court of law, and then we can go from there. So when I'm talking about this stuff, look, let's be grown-ups here. Let's not just assume. You know what they say when people assume too much, all right? Everyone is presumed innocent. Same thing with Diddy, even though he settled out of court with Cassie. Just because he settled, this is what kills me about social media. And this is what kills me about court of public opinion. If Diddy would have fought this, people would have said, well, why is he fighting so hard? Obviously, he did something wrong with Cassidy. And if Diddy, buys her off, he doesn't want to prove without a shadow of a doubt that he's innocent. Okay, you can't win for losing in a court of public opinion. And like I said, I made multiple videos. I told you guys the story. I told you guys the layout. I gave you guys my opinion about it. But as of right now, Diddy is innocent. Okay, there's no charges criminally on Diddy. There's no civil suits. Now there are some that's possibly on the horizon that we're going to talk about. But first and foremost, let's talk about, and when Diddy settled with Cassidy out of court, some people say that it's 1 million, 30 million, 50 million, 100 M's. You know, everyone's saying that this settlement is going to bankrupt Diddy. I strongly suggest everyone out there to Google the income of Diddy. This man is a billionaire. Even, let's just say hypothetically, on the high end, he owes Cassidy $100 million. And I said this in the video. If he owes Cassidy $100 million, that's that's not a lot of money considered when we talk about Diddy. Somebody like me, that's a hell of a lot of money. That's life-changing money. Somebody like you, definitely, that's a lot of money. That's a whole lot of money, okay? But to someone, a mogul like Diddy, that's just a drop in the bucket, all right? Because he's looking at this potentially damaging his reputation and his image. Now, and tarnishing his image. I want to say that there have been several things that's been news surrounding Diddy that's not good news for Diddy. The publishing fiasco, not paying his artists, and this, that, and the third. There's been a lot of published reports and articles out there that technically is damaging his reputation and his image. But I feel like this one right here is real damaging, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. All right. But first and foremost, let's get into Jamie Foxx. Okay, Jamie Foxx was the first person who's about to go to court. Now, he may settle this, but let's just talk about it real fast, real quick. Jamie Foxx is accused of a 2015 SA incident at a New York rooftop lounge. Okay. Actor Jamie Foxx is facing SA allegations in a lawsuit filed on the eve of the Adult Survivor Act, okay, which opened a 1-year window for adult survivors of SA to sue their abusers, regardless of when the abuse occurred. All right. The allegation 2015 of SA, hold up, we just got to add here, of SA occurred at a New York City rooftop lounge, catch NYC roof. Okay, according to the suit filed Wednesday in New York Superior Court and reviewed by the Daily News, in it, the plaintiff goes by the name of Jane Doe claims she found herself seated near Foxx upon arrival around 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. The woman's friend walked over and asked Foxx for the photo, to which he replied, "Sure, baby, anything for you." All right. Then, Foxx then turned his attention to the plaintiff, telling her, "Wow, you have a supermodel body," and complimented her, as well as telling her she looks like actress Gabrielle Union. Okay. Foxx then allegedly dragged the woman by the arm and moved to a secure area on the rooftop, where he placed both of his hands on the plaintiff's waist, moved up underneath the plaintiff's crop top, and began rubbing her breast. The suit state, caught off guard, she tried to move away. She said, a glance at the security guard, to see him walk away, not after noticing them. Okay, Foxx proceeded to slide his hand into the plaintiff's pants, put his finger on her and her yannis. Okay, hey man, Foxx, you a sly dog. Okay. Do you know how many guys have a problem just placing their finger in the all right? And you done it in both holes. Okay, you are extraordinary talented. Not a lot of guys can find one hole, much less you found two at the same time. Hold to the lead. All right. So the lawsuit alleges, okay, that when the woman friend walked over, looked at her, at which Foxx stopped touching her, walked towards the security guard. The incident left the plaintiff injured, sick, sore, lame, and disabled. The complaint states added that she had to seek medical treatment and was unable to get back to her daily life of that period. Okay, great. She said she had pain and suffering that continue to this day. Okay. This is how long ago this was. Let's go back. 2015. And here we are at 2023, and you're still in great pain and suffering. Okay. All right. She will. Okay. I'm not laughing at her. I'm just, the time frame is kind of wild. Okay. Respectfully, we got to respect these people, no matter what we think, if they're right or wrong, if they're innocent or guilty. Everyone is entitled to take their concerns and their concerns to civil or criminal court. All right. She will permanently be was affected by these injuries, emotional distress. She the result of the SA and abuse, SA and battery. The suit continues as a recent act of negligence. Okay, can I say that right? And gross. The plaintiff suffers and continues to suffer severe emotional distress, and it's humiliating, embarrassing, this post-trauma stress disorder, and other physical emotional damages. The suit also accuses the restaurant owner for failing to protect the woman, knowing that Foxx allegedly became bad behavior when drunk, and that the bar personally did not have proper training to spot his Jamie Foxx. The restaurant had no knowledge of Foxx and this situation and his behavior towards females. The potential for unwanted sexual touching is a bad circumstance. And she also said when consumed alcohol, the suit claims. The woman determined she wants punitive damages. Neither Foxx nor the restaurant had comments Wednesday. Foxx is just the latest celebrity who's facing actions in the wake of the New York Adult Survivor Act going into effect last Thanksgiving and now coming to close in recent days. Sean Diddy Combs, Cuba Gooding Jr., Axl Rose have been named as people in SA of situations. All right. I'm trying to make this family friendly. All right. So let's tackle the Jamie Foxx thing. All right. Let's just tackle the Jamie Foxx thing. All right. This is one incident. This is different from Diddy, where Cassidy allegedly said that Diddy did multiple things to her that was unwanted. And this was a 10-year span. All right. So this is a little bit different than the Jamie Foxx incident, where this is just an isolated incident. It happened once, all right, with this particular female. But I feel like more women, if Jamie Foxx is like Cuba Gooding Jr., when he gets drunk, he gets wild, and he says and do things that is not appropriate, other women will come forward if they had incidents with Jamie Foxx at, not only at that lounge, but just anywhere. All right. So I'm pretty sure she's banking on other females to come to the aid of her to co-sign. Well, I wasn't there with Jamie Foxx and this particular woman, but that did happen to me when I was isolated by Jamie Foxx. Okay, so that's what she's hoping. That's what she's banking on. And with SA, we have to tiptoe around it. This is not a laughing matter. It's not a funny thing. We need to put our big boy pants on. We need to be serious from here on out. All right. So nope, can't be too colorful or funny or anything like that. But let's just talk about this incident. All right. So according to the report, like I said, this was an isolated incident. Also, according to this report, and I'm only speculating from this point. All right. If you read a report, it sounds like to me she had concerns about this and talked to, and it sounds like to me she talked to the restaurant owner, and she went down the chain of command. And because in that report she said the employees, the employer, and the owner was not trained nor qualified to spot behavior like this. Now, also in this report, there was a guard there, and judging by what I read, when he got close to her and started grabbing her and let's just say pulling her to a location where it's private, she said that the security guard noticed that, but the security guard didn't do nothing but walk away. And this to me sounds like this security guard knows how Jamie Foxx is. All right. When Jamie Foxx pulls somebody in a private location, he wants privacy. And maybe there have been some women that were flirtatious that wouldn't mind Jamie Foxx grabbing on them and touching on them, but there are other women, that are totally against that. Now, to me, the point of this is, how did you leave your table and go to this area? Now, in the report, she said that he grabbed her. Now, he probably put his hands on, and like I said, this is going to come off two different ways. This can go out. This can go either way. Maybe he grabbed her hand and reassured her. Spread that charm of his and trying to be funny and entertaining, trying to lead her. And she probably cooperated to a certain extent to a private location. And maybe when she got there, she was expecting, probably, take him, getting to know him, maybe become his friend or whatever. Maybe her intentions were genuine, and maybe maybe Fox was the same way, genuine. Maybe their intentions were genuine, her or Fox. Okay, both of them. Okay, I will say that's a gray area, because if this go to court, I'm pretty sure Jamie Foxx's lawyer is going to say, well, I mean, how y'all move from the table to this private location? Now, she's implying that he grabbed her and pulled her to this area. Now, I'm pretty sure if there was a struggle, I'm pretty sure the security guard would intervene. I'm pretty sure that anybody would intervene, no matter if it's Jamie Foxx or whoever. Okay, if you're pulling on a female and she doesn't want to go with you, I'm pretty sure people would notice that and would take pictures or even try to diffuse the incident. Okay, so that's where the gray area is. And Foxx and his legal team, I'm pretty sure she has a lawyer. They're going to have to work this out. It sounds like there's a lot of gray areas in this report. I'm not saying that the lady's lying. I'm not saying Jamie Foxx is lying. I'm not saying he's guilty. I'm not saying he's innocent. I'm not saying she's guilty. She's innocent. She's looking for a huge payday. I'm not saying none of that stuff. This is a judge-free live stream. I don't play those games like other people when they talk about this stuff. I kind of want to give everyone a fair shot until you get more and more information. And as of right now, there's not a lot of information considering this. Okay, so there's a lot of gray area, and I'm pretty sure that this is going to have to go. This may go to court, and we'll have to wait and see what happens after that. All right. So that's all I got for Jamie Foxx. That's all that's out there for Jamie Foxx. So we're gonna have to wait and see. The next order of business, we're going to be talking about Marcellus Wiley, and we're going to be talking about what he said on his YouTube channel, and we're also going to be talking about the report, but we'll be back in a couple of seconds. Give a commercial break. Time for a commercial break.
You know what I don't understand? I'm going to talk about it right now. I get the views. I get a lot of them, but I don't get the likes. Like, if you spend that much time to watch the video and then you don't hit the like button, what's going on? Come on now. Pull yourself together. If you're going to watch it, like it. Get busy. You got things to do. Hit that button. You know what I don't understand?
All right. Back better than ever. The next topic we're going to be talking about is Marcellus Wiley. And this article where I'm about to read comes from the good folks at the New York Post. All right. So let's begin. Okay. Former NFL star, ex-ESPN analyst Marcellus Wiley is accused of raping a fellow Colombian student back in 1994. Holy. All right. Former NFL defensive end, ex-Fox Sports commentator, as well as ESPN commentator Marcellus Wiley, was accused Tuesday of rape of a Colombian university student during his time when he was in school 29 years ago. According to the lawsuit viewed by the Post, the victim, whose name we don't know, filed the lawsuit in New York City Supreme Court, accusing Marcellus Wiley, who is 48, of attacking her in the fall of 1994 when he was a sophomore, a star running back for the Colombian Lions. Okay, Wiley alleged the allegation is Wiley alleged forced himself on her in a freshman dorm room recently. Ignoring, basically not caring about her verbal objections, and robbed her of her virginity, and attack that later drive the victim to attempted deletion. Okay, we'll just say that. Marcellus' actions were inappropriate, and the plaintiff had severe emotional distress, or were taken with reckless and significant issues. The plaintiff says of emotional distress. The lawsuit states the Ivy League professor claims she and Wiley were friends when he invited her into his living quarters, telling her he wanted to listen to music and eat dinner. Holy, that's not a good look. Okay, the plaintiff set a clear boundary with the 250-pound football star, telling him she was a virgin and she was not interested in having X with Wiley. Ain't nobody trying to have X with no version. Don't worry. I got you. Just coming to hang out for a while I eat. I don't even have condoms on me, Wiley allegedly told her while laughing. Wiley, however, um, immediately ripped off the freshman's man. Okay, I'm not laughing at the victims, and I'm not laughing at Marcellus Wiley. I'm just reading these inserts, and it just sounds like a bad movie, but I'm pretty sure it's something that she has to deal with for the rest of her life. Okay. uh okay. Wiley, however, immediately ripped off the freshman girl's clothes, forced her face down into the mattress, the document states. Okay. The victim said she could barely breathe, fear for her life. Wiley raped her multiple times. She managed to escape, scrambled to find her clothes, nearly fleeing the room naked, but verbally threatened and physically yanked back into the bed by Wiley for another round of SA, according to the suit. After confirming a friend over the attack, the victim reported the rape a series to a series of Columbian University administrators who all of who were accused of displaying foulness for Wiley and dismissing the assault in attempt to you know not damaging Marcellus Wiley's football career, particularly in the National Football League. Okay. One of the administrators allegedly showed the victim statement to Wiley, who just disagreed that it was great. The resident, Dean, I can't pronounce this late, who died in 2011, allegedly accused the victim of misinterpretation, the terrifying encounter, because she was born in an African island of Carbo. I can't pronounce this dude's name. Then told the plaintiff that the defendant had not actually been raped because the plaintiff was not from America. Man, this is wild, man. And had therefore misinterpreted the defendant's conduct because people from different cultures interpret things differently, the lawsuit states. Okay. Rather being expelled, Wiley was placed on academic probation and was ordered to complete a spring 1995 session from his home in Los Angeles. He was permitted to return back on the field, eventually becoming the Lions captain, leading the team to one of his best seasons in decades. The victim and the friend who had the encounter, her to the report of SA, received a series of harassing phone calls months after the punishment was handed down, she claimed. Okay. The following spring, while on a mandatory leave, the plaintiff attempted deletion. The plaintiff was admitted to be locked in a hospital ward for 2 weeks before being released, according to documents. When Wiley eventually returned back to campus, the victim was forced to share multiple classes with the alleged attacker, who was studying sociology at the Ivy League University. She became active in the Colombian chapter of Take Back the Night, an organization aimed to end SA relationship, domestic violence, when she met with other women who also herald these stories of rape at Wiley's hands both before and after her own assault. Okay, hold up. One woman claims she reported her rape to, I shouldn't say that, grape to the school athletic director, who allegedly decided to keep the accusation under wrap until Wiley played a game against Princeton. Wiley went to join the Buffalo Bills in the NFL. He played 10 seasons. And his final season was 2006. He worked for ESPN NFL Live. Okay, so that's enough on that. I mean, okay, so they're talking. Okay, so they're pretty much talking about this man's bio, which, you know, to me, that's kind of spooky. I mean, this man is being accused of rape, and the only thing that they're talking about right now is this man's academic career, social. He's trying to get a degree in sociology and in the NFL and all this stuff. Okay, yada yada yada. Okay, so after reading that, I watched Marcellus Wiley's video on YouTube. Marcellus Wiley is no longer working for ESPN. He's no longer working for Fox Sports 1. He's independent. He has his own media company. He created a YouTube channel, and he responded to these accusations, and he pretty much was dancing around the subject. Okay. He didn't have no evidence. He didn't have no witnesses. He was just telling his side of the story. Now, before we begin, I have to put a disclaimer out there. This is a judgment-free live stream. Everyone is presumed innocent until proven guilty. Not saying Marcellus Wiley's innocent, not saying Marcellus Wiley's guilty, not saying this lady is lying, not saying this lady is guilty, but you know, we're just talking about the article and the story. All right. So Marcellus Wiley told his side of the story, and he was pretty much dancing around the subject, you know, making, you know, like, one of the things that I found. And I like Marcellus Wiley. I really do like Marcellus Wiley. You know, before this incident, I thought Marcellus Wiley was a real one. Okay, that he's, you know, real to the core. All right, someone that you can trust and believe. All right, but after this incident, it kind of left me with more questions than answers about Marcellus Wiley. So one of the things he said was, if this actually happened, then why she still remained at Columbian University? If the university did not protect her, if this was really SA or grape, and she feels like she's being betrayed by the university, then why she continued to get her degree, and she still works for the university. And I felt like that was, I felt like he was taking shots at her. Now, no matter what you think, she's still a victim. All right. And I felt like that was a shot that was unjustified. It's one thing if you got documents, if you got receipts showing that, hey, look, all this was consensual, you know, but to just attack this, it basically came off as an attack. All right, in my humble opinion. And I felt like Marcellus Wiley should not went that way. And two, if staying on that topic, a lot of women, when they've been raped or had SA or domestic violence, you know, you can't go by their actions, because a lot of women, you know, this is a new experience for a lot of women. And a lot of women handle it differently. Okay. You know, the people think that women, when they get raped or SA, they should just start crying and go, woe is me. People women cover their struggles differently. And when somebody assaults them, they just respond and react differently. And for that incident, I'm thinking, and look, I don't know nothing about this lady, but when he said that, well, if the university disrespected you, then why you continue to still work there? Why you continue to get your degree there? You could have just transferred. Okay, he's saying all this stuff, and I'm thinking in the back of my mind, she's probably masking this incident like it didn't happen. And when something mentally happens to you, there's no normal response. Some people just carry on with their day like nothing never happened, and other people just break down. Now, when we just read the article, this lady tried multiple times to delete herself. So I don't think Marcellus Wiley should have went down that road. All right. Either you're going to say something to defend yourself, or just don't say nothing at all. And I felt like Marcellus Wiley and DJ Envy a couple of months ago went on the radio station, tried to explain the real estate Ponzi scheme, and he was doing more harm than good to himself, to the point where Charlemagne the God had to step in and go, yo, DJ Envy, if I was your lawyer, I would tell you to not talk about this, because you're just digging a deeper ditch. And I felt like with that video, that live stream or video, he was digging himself into a bigger ditch, Marcellus Wiley. So he didn't really defend himself, if you want to say that he was defending himself, and it came off cavalier, like, it never happened and no apologies. And then he tried to say that, she already knew she had a boyfriend. Okay. I mean, what does her relationship status has anything to do with this incident? Okay. We all know there have been tons of women who are married or who've been in relationships, male or female. If they look good and we want to try to hit it, we're going to try to spit our best game to them. Okay, no matter what their relationship status is. All right. So, that whole video was odd to me, because Marcellus Wiley really didn't explain himself. He really didn't defend himself. He was basically pointing the finger back at her. And to me, and it's the same situation with Jamie Foxx. Once this suit comes out, other women are going to come to the forefront and say, well, that happened to me too with Marcellus Wiley. And if you read the article, it seems like other women had the same type of situation with Marcellus Wiley, where he forced himself on him or forced himself on them. All right. So I don't know if Marcellus Wiley did it or didn't do it, but I feel like this needs to go to civil court, and some things need to be worked out. Some things need to be explained. And to be perfectly honest with you, Marcellus Wiley is in a unique situation. Damn if he do, damn if he don't. All right. If he takes this and tries this to court, and if he wins, people are going to say, oh, that's the big fish beating down the little fish. All right. That's the big people beating down the little people, because Marcellus Wiley got money. He can buy the best lawyers money can buy. The system is set up to where, women are always trying to push that SA as a weapon, grape as a weapon, and things of that nature. So if he wins, you're going to start hearing stuff like that. If he loses, then people are going to say, oh man, this guy tried to grape this woman. Damn if he do, damn if he don't. So this is something that unfortunately he's going to have to go to court and talk about. All right. But we're gonna move on to the next order of business, which is Cuba Gooding Jr. But before we go to that, all right, we got a commercial break. Not another commercial break, definitely another commercial break.
These all right? Niggas come in your chat. They won't even hit the like button because you all are a bunch of motherfucking haters. Bitch, it don't cause you shit. Not only to be over here, it don't cause you shit to hit the like button. But never fuck you motherfuckers in real life. Huh? Yes, that won't hit the like button. This is for you motherfuckers. Bitch, hit the like button. Don't hit the like button. Fuck you motherfuckers. In real life, you hear this? Look, bitches. You don't hit the like button. Fuck you motherfuckers. And thank you for the view, bitches.
Thank you, Sister T. Thank you, Sister T. Okay, I love that. I'm gonna have some more spots for you guys. Okay, so the next order and the next thing on the docket is Cuba Gooding Jr. facing 2 SA lawsuits before the Adult Survivor Act expires. Hold to the lead. All right. So Cuba Gooding Jr. is heading to court again. 2 women have filed lawsuits against the actor of groping them in New York City on separate incidents, 2018, 2019. The lawsuit was filed Wednesday in New York Superior Court under the state's Adult Survivor Act, which gives plaintiffs a temporary window to submit civil claims of sexual of SA. Okay, that would otherwise would not meet the statutes of limitations. All right. The Adult Survivor Act expires this week. The legal action is only most recently for Cuba Gooding Jr. In June, he reached a last-minute settlement with a woman who accused him of raping her a decade ago to avoid trial. In 2018, obtained by the New York Times, a woman said that while she was working as a cocktail waitress at the LAVO restaurant and nightclub in New York City, Gooding forced his tongue into her mouth without her consent. Gooding pleaded guilty to criminal forcibly touching charges in a related incident last April. The lawsuit filed Wednesday, including a portion of the transcript. Gooding testified from that incident in which the judge asked him to describe what he did. I kissed the waitress on the lips. He said before that he done it without permission. In 2019, Casey Hubert said that she approached Gooding at Magic Hour Rooftop Bar and Lounge, hoping to meet the actor. She alleges that after she sat next to Gooding's girlfriend, the actor reached over, felt her thigh and breast. So you can imagine my surprise when I saw a flash of movement. I felt his hand on my breast, groping it, feeling around it as if I was a piece of meat. Hubert quoted in the lawsuit. Okay. Hubert filed a police report within a week of the incident. Gooding pleaded guilty again in a civil lawsuit, including Gooding confirming. I don't know what's Gooding confirmed that it was physical contact and it was non-consensual. All right. Both women are seeking unspecified damages for assault and battery, lost wages, emotional and mental, physical injuries, and attorney fees. A representative for Gooding did not immediately respond to the Times request for comment. Who represents the 2 plaintiffs said in a statement in Deadline, our clients are deprived of their justice and they sought it in a criminal case. Now they are seeking justice accordingly in a civil case. We are proud of the courage and intent to vigorously fight for them until they win the justice that they deserve. Okay, so that's it on Cuban Gooding Jr. All right, so here's my thing. Cuban Gooding Jr. Cuban Gooding Jr. All right. I feel like out of all the incidents that we just talked about and the incidents that are up and coming, I feel like Gooding Jr. is probably gonna be serving some prison time. I mean, some jail time. All right. His image, his reputation is gone. All right. Even if he wants to land a big time gig in Hollywood, I think Hollywood has closed the door on that possibility. Now, I'm not saying Cuba Gooding Jr. couldn't be on a smaller set, and still make money as an actor. Cuba Gooding Jr. hasn't been in television or movies for quite some time now. He's probably semi-retired, okay, because he made a lot of money back in his heyday. All right, but I feel like this right here, the possibility of him serving some jail time. And the reason why I'm saying that is I feel like there are more, and it has nothing to do with these two women that's taking him to Silver Court. It has more to do with women that's going to come forward and press charges on him because of the Survivor Act is expiring. All right. So if you want justice, quote unquote justice, if you want to punish him, if you want to, are you seeking a judgment towards Cuba Gooding Jr.? The best course of action after the Survivor Act expires is to criminally prosecute him. And I feel like Cuba Gooding Jr., it's been a while since we talked about Cuba Gooding Jr. This is 3 incidents, and they all had to do with women that either worked at the nightclub or women that just came to the nightclub. I feel like, look, and Jamie Foxx, Cuba Gooding Jr., they got to realize that, yeah, you're popular, you're famous, you make money, but if you're trying to feed your freaky needs, why don't you just pay for an escort? Okay? Why don't you just go to the strip club? There are plenty of strip clubs, not in every state, but in most states, where you can, pay top dollar to just have one in a private room. You can squeeze and touch on them all you want to. And if you want to get busy with them later on, you can get busy with them later on. Because strippers and escorts, they're more, they're okay with getting physical with you and being sexual with you. I feel like random chicks, like chicks that are trying to work or chicks that are trying to have fun, they're not interested in that. Now, occasionally you can go to the club and occasionally hook up with one, get their number, and possibly take them home with you. Okay, but you have to be straightforward with them. You cannot be vague with them. Just say, just tell it like it is. Tell them what you want to do. And they can say yes or no. All right. I feel like, that's just my humble, in a sexual relationship is 50-50 responsibility. It's not all the responsibility ain't on the man and all the responsibility ain't on the woman. All right. It's both of y'all are, it's 50-50 for both of y'all. All right. So if you're trying to, if you're trying to feed your sexual appetite, then you got to come straight forward with them. And most times than not, I'm not saying that I'm a Mac and I can, but whenever I wanted to be sexually, in a sexual relationship with a female, I just go and straight tell them. All right. Either they're going to say no or they're going to say yeah. But at least they know going in, this is what I'm only interested in. I'm not trying to be your boyfriend. I'm not trying to be your husband. I'm not trying to be your fan. I'm not trying to be your stan. I'm not trying to be your simp. this is just a one night thing, and then we go our separate ways. That's pretty much it. Now, I know there's going to be a lot of guys that say, well, a lot of girls put a lot of trickeration in it. They'll say, yeah, for now, but then when they're trying to get that lick or hit a lick, they're going to say that they've been raped or SA or whatever. All right. And that's the risk you work into. But I say 9 times and more times than not, you tell a woman what you're interested in, 9 times out of 10, a woman's going to be upfront with you and say, yeah, I'm for that. No, I'm not for that. All right. So that's that. As far as Cuba Gooding Jr. goes, his reputation, his image, it's ruined anyway. Okay, so these latest accusations, now these women are going to seek paydays from him. Now, I don't know how much Cuba Gooding Jr. makes. I don't know how much income he has. I'm pretty sure he's not broke. He's not going to be broke anytime soon. But yeah, I just think, this is a sad state of affairs for Cuba Gooding Jr., because when he was in his prime, he was the mama's boy. He's been in several projects, infamous projects, particularly with black cinema. He was one of the biggest top grossing African American males out here. You know what I'm saying? He was on he was on several famous projects. So it's The Best Man. I think The Best Man, Radio, Boys in the Hood, I forgot Jerry Maguire. He's been on a lot of big stages, been on a lot of big shows, and I think he was on the first Iron Man. He was on the first Iron Man, and they decided to get Don Cheadle to be War Machine, because Cuba Gooding Jr. was going to be War Machine in the first Iron Man, and then when Iron Man 2 and 3 came along, it was Don Cheadle. All right, so it's crazy, man. It's how these guys finding themselves in these situations, and it's not looking good for Cuba Gooding Jr. To be honest with you. I thought he had, the news, the SA news has died off a little bit, but now, after he reached that settlement, it's damn if you do, damn if you don't. Okay, if you try to reach a settlement to, not see jail time, all right, people are gonna say, well, what you hiding? What you hiding for? Why are you trying to pay this woman off to reach a settlement so you can avoid jail time? Anybody in that situation doesn't want to, even if they're guilty, even if they were found guilty or if they was guilty, everybody, 99.99% of people, if they had an option to either serve jail time, or if there's a way where you don't serve any jail time by just cashing them out, people will just cash it out. All right, no matter what they was accused of. Okay, but I feel like with domestic violence, SA, rape, homicide, murder, these are very, very serious crimes. Very, very serious crimes. Okay, so yeah, so that's all the Cuba Gooding Jr. news I got. We're gonna segue. We're gonna do a combination on Jimmy Iovine and Axl Rose. All right, and before we begin, let's go ahead and get into a commercial break. All right.
You know what I don't understand? I'm going to talk about it right now. I get the views. I get a lot of them. But I don't get the likes. Like if you spend that much time to watch the video and then you don't hit the like button, what's going on? Come on now. Pull yourself together. If you're going to watch it, like it. Get busy. You got things to do. Hit that button. You know what I don't understand? I'm going to talk about it right now. I get the views. I get a lot of them. But I don't get the likes. Like if you spend that much time to watch the video and then you don't hit the like button, what's going on? Come on now. Pull yourself together. If you're going to...
All right, so we're going to do a combination here, all right? Jimmy Iovine is shocked and baffled by the new sexual, the new SA accusation. A woman claimed the music exec, SA forcibly touching and subject her to SH, and Iovine said that no one has ever made a claim like this. Okay, the woman is filing a lawsuit against the music executive, mogul Jimmy Iovine, allegedly of Interscope. He was the CEO of Interscope Records, co-founder, accusing him of SA, abusing her, forcibly touching her, according to court documents. Iovine tells Rolling Stones he's shocked and baffled of the claims. Jane Doe plaintiff has filed a summons, a notice on Wednesday in New York, alleges that Iovine, 70, engaged in multiple sessions of SA, forcibly touching her, including an incident that occurred in New York City in August 2007. The court, the legal filings contain a little additional information regarding the woman's specific claim, but the lawsuit expressed at the end of the year, the woman who alleged that she was sexual, she's alleging that he had SH and seeking unspecified damages. The document says, when contacting for comment of this legal finding, a spokesperson for Jimmy Iovine tells Rolling Stones that he's shocked and baffled by the claims. This inquiry, excuse me, is first we heard. This is the first time we have heard of this matter. The spokesman says no one has ever made a claim like this against Jimmy Iovine, nor have been in contact or made aware by anyone, including this unknown plaintiff, prior to now. Now, I'll be honest with you, Jimmy Iovine. If you settle this, there's going to be a lot of people out of the woodwork like Diddy, and there's going to be women from miles and miles are going to claim the same thing about you. But I'm going to talk about this real fast, real quick, while I got it on the timeline. Guns N' Roses singer Axl Rose is sued over a 1989 sexual SA. Sheila Kelly, a former Penthouse model, says Rose assaulted her in a hotel room in New York City. Sheila Kennedy has sued Guns N' Roses singer Axl Rose for allegedly SA her in 1989. Kennedy, a former Penthouse model, alleges in the lawsuit that Rose used his celebrity to manipulate and control and violently SA her at a party, causing symptoms of post-trauma stress disorder. The legal findings, that's what they're saying in the legal findings. According to the lawsuit, Kennedy met Rose at a nightclub and invited her and another model to his New York hotel room for a party with one of his friends. Kennedy said intentionally Rose tried to advance on her, but changed her mind when he became aggressive during X, and the other model when he apparently was trying to insist in a group X, and an orgy. She claimed shortly afterwards she went to Rose's friend's hotel room where Rosa stormed in, blocked her exit, and threw her on the floor, according to the lawsuit. Rose then grabbed her by the hair, dragged her across the suite back to his bedroom, causing her knees to bleed. All right. The lawsuit alleges that Kenny was crying and trying to gather her belongings when Rose threw her on the bed, tied up her hands with her pantyhose, and dragged Kennedy to the bedroom like a caveman. The lawsuit continues. He raped her without a condom. Holy, she feared he would retaliate if she tried to escape. She waited for the assault to finish before she left, according to the lawsuit. As the result of this assault, Kennedy was diagnosed with depression and has difficulty with physical and emotional intimacy, avoiding all social scenarios where she might hear Rose's music. In the lawsuit, she is seeking damages. Okay, so wow. Woo! I'm telling you guys. Now, this one right here, I think this one's kind of spooky. All right. And I'm gonna tell you why. Yeah, and once again, I must say this again. This is not a live stream where we are going to judge people. Well, I'm just here to read the reports. I told you where I got the reports from, the articles and things of that nature. You guys can go read them for yourself. Not saying that as far as with Jimmy Iovine, this one may get thrown out of court because it's so skeptic. And I feel like Jimmy Iovine is going to fight this. All right. And if he wins, I don't think nothing else is going to happen. I don't think there's going to be a flurry of women. You know, you may have one that tries it, but if you look at Jimmy Iovine's reputation, you look at Diddy's reputation, you look at Jimmy Iovine has never been involved in anything criminal or bad behavior or anything like that. Okay, he's pretty much had a clean track record. Plus, Jimmy Iovine knows some powerful people. All right, and I think with the Jimmy Iovine situation, it's kind of skeptical because there's not a lot of meat on the bone. Pause. She's just basically just saying SA, and she never described where it took place or what exactly happened. And there's no rumors or no stories about this. So this is going to be hard to prove. Even if, let's just say Jimmy Iovine did SA this lady, it's going to be extremely hard for her to get a victory in civil court because of his track record, his squeaky clean image. He's a likable guy. Somebody like Sean Diddy Combs, on the other hand, when you already got, people not speaking when you got people not speaking highly of you, not respecting you, and calling you the devil, you stole money from artists and things of that nature. So you already got a track record that's very questionable. And you did date Cassidy. You was in a relationship with her. And if she can, connect the dots on if she just connect the dots on some of the stuff that she was accusing him of, it would have looked bad for Diddy. All right. But Diddy is not squeaky clean. All right. Cuban Gooding Jr., you already been found on multiple times of you groping and touching women. So if you have a good squeaky clean image, you never been in trouble with the law, that goes a long way. But if you have been in trouble with the law and your image is not that squeaky clean, and not a lot of people, you're not a respectable person, it's hard for you to win not only the court of opinion, but just winning your case in civil or criminal court. That's judges are humans, all right, and judges see the timeline on social media. Okay, for you guys sit up there and think that judges are not on social media, you crazy. If you think judges don't read the tabloid papers, you crazy. They know anything and everything about a lot of people. Okay, and Tyrese, when his baby mama took him to court, the judge was already feeling Tyrese in a different way, it was almost to the effect of he didn't even respect Tyrese. All right. So, and Tyrese mentioned that, after court, like he felt like he didn't get a fair shot. He didn't get a fair shake. And now I come to find out that Tyrese was actually right. But it's amazing what social media can make you be the most likable person on the planet or the most hateable person on the planet. Okay, you just got to have the right pieces and the right videos to push your narrative. All right, and I think that hurt Tyrese with Jimmy Iovine. He's not really he's not on social media. He don't flaunt. Not a lot of people has said a bad word about Jimmy Iovine. I think that with Jimmy Iovine, I think that's going to go away. It's going to be thrown out of court. But with Axl Rose, even in his documentary, Guns N' Roses, he already admit that he was addicted. He was on, he addicted to drugs and pain medications and alcohol. He was doing anything and everything when he was with Guns N' Roses. So you already have these stories out there. All right. So Axl Rose, on the other hand, he's probably going to have to settle this. All right. Just like he's in the same situation as Sean Diddy Combs. All right. Now, has not been on the public scene for quite some time now. But those stories, they never die. All right. Those stories don't never fade. You can just Google Axl Rose and you can see a timeline of Axl Rose of a lot of stuff that he did back in the day, back in the 80s. First and foremost, Guns N' Roses was the ish. Okay. I'm not no rock guy, but I know tons of Guns N' Roses songs, like Walking to the Jungle. That was his biggest one. All right. But with Axl Rose, he's probably gonna have to settle this. Real talk. He's gonna have to settle this. All right. So I combine both of those stories because with Jimmy Iovine, I that one, it's just not a lot there. She's just accusing him of SA and bad behavior. I don't know if, there's not a lot of stuff there. I feel like that's going to, out of all these cases I talked about today, I feel like that one will possibly get thrown out of court where Jimmy Iovine don't owe nothing, but with Axl Rose, Cuba Gooding Jr., Marcellus Wiley, Jamie Foxx, and Diddy, we're going to talk about Diddy a little bit later. They got some decisions to make. All right. They got some big time decisions to make because they got a lot of women that are co-signing to the stuff that's going on. All right. So, now with Jamie Foxx, that's a one-time incident, but I do feel like, and I said this earlier in the live stream, I feel like a lot of women are going to see how far this girl takes it. And if this girl gets an opportunity to take him to court, more will do the same thing, particularly if he can get if she can get him to settle. If he can get her to settle, other women are going to say, okay, I want to hit that lick too. Okay, I had an incident with him that didn't go the way I would like for it to go. All right. So yeah. That's it with all of that. Like I said, I want this live stream to be judgment free. I didn't want to say that this person's right, this person's wrong, this person's innocent, this person's guilty. It is what it is. All right. So we're gonna get into the next order of business. Iman Shumpert and his wife about their situation. But before we begin, it's time for a commercial break. A commercial break. Yes, a commercial break. All right. Give it to him, Sister T.
These niggas come in your chat. They won't even hit the like button because you all are a bunch of motherfucking haters. Bitch, it don't cause you shit. Not only to be over here, it don't cause you shit to hit the like button. But double fuck you motherfuckers in real life. Huh? Yes, that won't hit the like button. This is for you motherfuckers. Bitch, hit the like button. Don't hit the like button. Fuck you motherfuckers. In real life, you hear this? Look, bitches. You don't hit the like button. Fuck you motherfuckers. And thank you for the view, bitches.
Thank you, Sister T. Thank you, Sister T. Before we begin, first, I'd like to tell you guys, rate, comment, subscribe, share this live stream with your friends, family, and followers. If you want to support the live stream, hit the cash app. $ I'm Crystal Don 1. By the way, if you hit the cash app or send me a super sticker or a super chat, you will be the stream sponsor. We have done that in a minute. Haven't done that in a minute. You'll be the stream sponsor for the next live stream. So definitely hit the cash app, super chat, super sticker, whoever does that, you'll be the stream sponsor for the next live stream. Also, hit the join membership button. Remember, membership has its privileges. You get stickers. You also get exclusive content that no other person will be able to check out. All right. Hold on one second. Okay. Back better than ever. All right. So Tiana Taylor secretly filed to divorce Iman Shumpert. He's jealous and a narcissist. There's been an update. 11:23 at 10 a.m. Iman's lawyer tells TMZ Shumpert hopes parties and cancels the parties and cancels can work towards a fair resolution and keeping their best interest of their children to this concern. Okay, counsel. Okay, try to say that 3 times fast. All right. Tiana Taylor, Iman Shumpert are getting divorced. She secretly moved to end their marriage nearly a year ago after claiming he's been jealous during their 7-year marriage. According to legal documents obtained by TMZ, Tiana Taylor filed a divorce from the former NBA star back in January, more than 8 months before they announced their separation. Okay, hold on. In the document, Tiana Taylor describes the demise of their marriage, accusing Iman of being jealous about her fame, feeling insecure about being good enough for her, despite the fact he earns way more money playing basketball than she could ever dream of making music. Now, okay, I'm laughing on this ish, okay, because I got a lot of stuff to say, all right? Tiana Taylor claims Iman would grow annoying when they would attend public events together, and photographers would ask him to step away out of frame, all right? Okay, and they just showed a picture of them together, but it seems like he's looking at what's, if you can see this, Okay. They just posted a picture that was 4/03/21. Go to TMZ. You can see it for yourself. He's looking at this sign, and she's looking at the photographer, posting off for the photographer, while he is just interested in the sign. I mean, he doesn't even care that that they just took a picture. All right. So, okay. She says when Iman signed his $40 million contract with the NBA Cleveland Cavaliers back in 2015, the same year he was also paid $8 million by the New York Knicks, he remained aggravated by her notoriety, jealous of her acting career, and insecure about being her man. Sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ. Tiana Taylor wants to keep this private as long as possible, but chooses to file with their initials. However, Iman recently filed in the divorce proceedings, including his full name, thus everyone knowing their business is in the spotlight. All right. Tiana Taylor claims that Iman started sending negative text messages with language in response of her being in the spotlight. She claims he would pick fights with her for no reason, even on her birthday, and then apologize. Okay. In the doc, which Tiana filed in Georgia, she says she now feels Iman was treating her cruelly and displaying extreme narcissism beyond narcissistic behavior throughout the majority of their marriage. She says she began to intentionally dim her lights for her husband to try to have a peaceful marriage, as Iman became more and more angry about her stardom. With more, Tiana says she turned down recording opportunities. We're going to get into all of this. Acting gigs because of Iman did not want her to work, but she says she stopped working after giving birth to one of their kids. Iman complained about her not making money. Now, this is gone to Lululand, okay? Iman complained about her not making money, but wants her to stay home, okay? You can't make this ish up, all right? Tiana Taylor says she fought to keep the family together despite Iman being extremely emotional and mental abuse towards her. She says she used conventions to get Iman. She would use her popularity to get Iman gigs in Hollywood, and his NBA career would slow down. I think they're trying to say slow down, but says he was unfortunate to insist breaking to the point where in 2021 she began divorce proceedings. She said in their reconciliation, but it was short-lived because Iman remained in insecure state as his NBA career starts to wind down. Documents Tiana Taylor says in 2022 she found herself being manipulated and controlling. Iman filed a divorce only to ask for the legal team for window file one day later. Tiana says she finally pulled the trigger in January because she was unable to handle the emotional roller coaster. She claims, oh my God, she claims Iman has been involved in multiple cheating scandals during their marriage, and cited his DUI arrest, recalling the time in 2021 when he was arrested for weed possession in an airport. Tiana Taylor also alleges Iman once crashed her Rolls Royce and fled the scene without to avoid his second DUI. Taylor said she tried to stay with Iman through the thick and thin, but she said he reconciled with further cruel treatment and selfishness. Okay, after she secretly filed a divorce, she said Iman insisted they should get back together, only to become more involved into more cheating, until he got involved in more cheating scandals, which she said she was embarrassed and humiliated. Okay, we're gonna really talk about this stuff. All right. As we reported, Tiana announced their separation in September and said, to be 1000% clear, infidelity ain't one of the reasons for our departure. Now she just wants to be, now she says she was being graceful towards him. Tiana says Iman left their family home in October, has not spent any significant time with their 2 children since then. She asked for temporary and personal permanent custody of the kids, plus joint custody and child support. Tiana and Iman got hit. Okay, we're not going to go into all this. We're not going to go into all that. Even though they got a bunch of tags I could have used. All right, we're not going to go into that, but we're going to talk about this. All right. First and foremost, let me sip a cup of Jack. All right. Okay. Tiana Taylor. Now, is it just me? But I remember and I recall doing a video a couple of years back. Let's say about 3 or 4 years back. And I remember when, and I can remember this. Remember when T.I. and Tiny was, we were talking about open relationships, and they were having different people come into their bedroom. And then the reports came out that Tiana Taylor and Iman Shumpert does the same thing. They have a open, it's not a traditional marriage. It's more of an open marriage where they would entertain people, women into their bedroom. I've also heard, allegedly, we're going to use the word allegedly on this. We're going to skate around it, just tiptoe around the tublets. Tiana Taylor goes both ways. And Iman Shumpert is cool with that. So I kind of find it funny, fast forwarding to today, that she wants to label their marriage as a traditional relationship. Now she can't handle, okay, let's talk about first and foremost, the narcissistic attitude and couldn't handle her celebrity or being famous. Folks, can anyone remember a Tiana Taylor movie that you liked? Can anyone recall a Tiana Taylor movie that won multiple awards, an Oscar? Tiana Taylor hasn't been in a lot of movies or a lot of television shows. Now, she was in one flick called 1,000 Scars. I haven't watched it yet, but from what I gather from the critics, that's a decent movie. But Tiana Taylor as a singer, she pushed a couple of songs. There was one song where Kanye was going to produce the whole album, and depending on who you believe, Tiana Taylor felt like he was sitting on it too long, and Kanye was saying, well, we had to clear a lot of samples because we use a lot of samples for this album, so we had to make sure all of them samples were clear. And eventually it got pushed. And I like that album. It's like 2 or 3 songs. I think it only had 6 songs on it. And I was feeling 2 or 3 of them. They were nice. It was all right. But when's the last time y'all been in the club or went on TikTok or wherever you listen to music where a Tiana Taylor song is slapping? Okay? She's below average as a singer. way below average as an actress. Now, she did a song for Diddy on his Love album. What is it called? Off the Grid. It's I mean, I don't like it. I don't hear a lot of people say that they like it. It's a nice piece to an album. Okay, it's an okay piece to an album, but no, nobody ain't feeling that. So, hold up. So, Teyana Taylor has not had a significant role as an actress. She doesn't have a catalog of music that a lot of people say that's slapping, or even one song that a lot of people say that when you hear this song, this is the essence of Teyana Taylor. Okay, she has modeled. Okay, she's on social media, but Teyana Taylor, as far as fame goes, nobody is interested in Teyana Taylor. She's a beautiful woman. Don't get it twisted or confused. Very beautiful woman. Very beautiful woman. She does something that a lot of women can't do. All right. And it's going to sound weird. All right. Teyana Taylor, when it comes to her emotional range, she's a total package. When it comes to her face, she can look as beautiful, happy as she can when she's mean mugging or mad. Not a lot of women can do that. When a lot of women are mad, they give you the most ugliest face. Even the most beautiful, attractive woman will give you the most ugliest face imaginable. When Tina Tyler, when she does it, it's a beautiful Teyana Taylor with a beautiful face when she's mad. Now, of course, she's not really mad. You know, that's her signature look. She's not really mad. Now, a lot of people say Teyana Taylor is a man. She has man features. I don't think so. She's low key. She's got to be in the top 10 as far as attractive women go. But a lot of people don't appreciate her looks. And Teyana Taylor is in the same situation that we all find ourselves in. We're a jack of all trades, but a master of none. As multi-talented she is as an actress, a model, a singer, she's not good at she's good at a lot of things, but she's not great at one thing. And that's the problem with Teyana Taylor. Now, as far as social media goes, and this is, and I've said this 1,000 times about social media. When you see all these people have millions upon millions of followers on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, you start noticing the numbers. Oh, this person got 1 million people following them, and this person got 1 million of subscribers, 1 million fans, 1 million, And I feel like when you look at those numbers on social media, it confuses a lot of people, because a lot of people just assume, well, you got 1 million people following you, you must be doing something right? But they don't look at the content that these influencers create on a day in, day out basis. Instagram is a delusional place. Because you start looking at people following you, you start looking at the hearts, you start looking at the comments. People just assume that that person's popular because there's no real metric in popularity. You can be the most popular person, but if you're not popular for doing one thing right, if you're just popular because you're popular, then you already losing. You know, the more popular influencers, their fans follow them to whatever platform they go to, and they'll follow them there. They'll support them there. There are some people that that have like 30,000 fans on YouTube, but when they do Facebook, they only got like 100 fans. Or you may have a million streams on Spotify, but you only got 50K people following you on Instagram. So popularity, just being famous, is just not good enough. You got to be famous and talented. And that's where people get it twisted and confused. People think that if you're famous, that should be good enough. No. You have to be famous and talented. And that separates the good from the great. And Teyana Taylor, she's extremely beautiful. She's extremely popular, but she's not good at one thing. She's in multiple things, but she's not great at one thing. She's not the greatest singer. She's not the greatest actress. She's not the greatest model. She doesn't have a lot of followers on whatever social media platform that you gravitate to. So this notion of Iman Shumpert being jealous of her, I think it's the other way around. I think Teyana Taylor is more jealous of Iman Shumpert because Iman Shumpert, he may not be as popular as Teyana Taylor, but he's popular and talented for doing something great. When you can make millions upon millions of dollars on doing one thing right, that's a lot better than just having 100,000 followers on Instagram. Iman Shumpert in his NBA career has made more money than Teyana Taylor in her whole life. In that short time frame of his NBA career, he's already made more money than Teyana Taylor. Iman Shumpert has had a very successful NBA individual career, more so than anything Teyana Taylor done combined when it comes to modeling, singing, and acting. Iman Shumpert has made more money at that one thing and was popular at that one thing. Plus, he surrounded himself with other popular people. Not too many people can say they played alongside LeBron James. But Iman Shumpert can say that. So, and like I said, I'm not jealousy. You know, Teyana Taylor could have been jealous of Iman Shumpert. Iman Shumpert could be definitely jealous of Teyana Taylor, but I'm looking at it, why would he be jealous of her? Now, she's bringing up the DUIs. You know, we all had situations in our life that, doesn't, we have all had situations in our life that those doesn't put us in the best light. Okay. But she's pointing to things to say to the effect of, well, this is why I'm divorcing him. And that narcissistic, when you hear people say narcissistic is a trigger word on social media. He's narcissistic. She's narcissistic. And when you say that, people immediately just assume, well, this is an evil person. without no proof, without no receipts. But she's basically divorcing him. It's almost to the effect that she's trying to find reasons to divorce him. Like, she's not saying that he's a bad father. She's not saying that that he's a bad guy or a bad husband. She's basically making excuses on why she wants to divorce him. And when you look, when people are in relationships like that, where the person in the relationship is just trying to end the relationship for any old thing, then you need to run. It's more to do with the person that wants to end it versus the person who's in the relationship that's no longer existing. And I feel like Tiana Taylor, I feel like she's just divorcing him for just any old reason means that there's something else going on that has nothing to do with Iman Shumpert. And it may have to do with she may find her a new boo. Now, allegedly, I heard Tiana Taylor, she goes both ways. She likes men and women. But as beautiful as she is, and she's rushed, and she's trying to secretly do it, at the same time rushing it, that means to tell me that there's something better on the other side for Tiana Taylor. Once this divorce is wrapped up, she's already found someone to replace Iman Shumpert. It may be a money thing. So it's 1,000 things. And I told you guys and I said this when COVID started and we had all those mandates. What did I tell you guys when the mandates were lifted and everybody tries to go back to their regular scheduled programming? I told you guys, after those mandates were lifted, you're going to hear a lot of crazy ass stories of people divorcing, of corporations folding, of celebrities not making the money that they used to make. You're going to hear a ton of this stuff. You're going to be hearing people trying to squeeze every dime out of somebody, any kind of way that they could possibly do it, because we're on struggle mode. There's celebrities that are losing their houses. They can't afford their mortgage. We're on struggle mode. Who would have thunk you would see or hear your most popular actor or actress resorting to commercials? Who thought that was ever going to happen? Ben Affleck. I'm just going to use Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck has never been in a commercial his whole entire life until after COVID. Now he's doing Dunkin' Donuts. Jennifer Lopez is doing Dunkin' Donut commercials. You know, these commercials were normally for the social media influencers, the up-and-coming rapper, the up-and-coming celebrity. You know, they do these little 30, 40-second. Now you got established actors and actresses. This is how tight money is in Hollywood, in Hollyweird, where you got Jennifer Lopez, you got Ben Affleck doing commercials. If that's not a telltale sign on how we're still in recovering, we're still in struggling mode, I don't know what can prove that point. And I feel like it could be a money issue with Tiana Taylor. You know, maybe they have to downsize a lot of stuff. And maybe Tiana Taylor saying, I'm not used of downsizing. I'm used of a particular lifestyle. And it seems like Iman Shumpert cannot provide it for me, but someone else can. And that's what it sounds like from the outside looking in. It sounds like it's not a fact that he did anything wrong. It's just the fact that he can't do what he's typically normally capable of doing since we came out of this, COVID and the mandates were lifted. I told you guys, a lot of relationships are going to be ruined during COVID and after COVID. And being proven right. So yeah, so that's it for Iman Shumpert, Tiana Taylor. I wish them the best. I wish the best for both of them. But I feel like at the end of the day, if you're not happy with him, and if he's not happy with you, it sounds like she's more unhappy with him than the other way around. But if you want to move on, go ahead and move on. But don't make it into no Iman Shumpert was jealous of me, this narcissistic attitude that he had towards me, and this, that, and the third. Just call it for what it is. You're ready for the lick. You're ready for the come up, and that's it. It's all good in the hood. All right. All right, so I got some more Diddy news. Seems like, hold on a second. Dylon from Making the Band is now suing Diddy, as well as multiple women have come forward as far as trying to sue Diddy, and the SA accusations are live in effect for Diddy. Diddy, even with the Cassidy incident, Sean John is no longer at Dillard's no more. Dillard's took Sean John out of their stores due to this accusation that Cassidy made, and he settled out of court. DeLeon, his new Shaquilla, I think it is. They're saying that Diddy is no longer going to be featured in any ads. I'm pretty sure he owns a stake in DeLeon, and it does not surprise me none if these accusations come forward. It's not going to surprise me none if DeLeon starts to go through the contract and say, you know what, it'd be best for us to sever our ties because you're damaging our product with these accusations. Would not surprise me none if that happened. There's a female that has a podcast on Revolt. She is no longer doing no more podcasting on Revolt. Young Miami, who has a podcast on Revolt, her and Diddy are no longer together. She moved out of Florida. Some reports say that she went to California. So I say this in a video, they were not really in a relationship. It was more like a pay to play type of situation. She was with Diddy because Diddy could provide her things that no one else could. Gave her a platform to build her career, gave her the opportunity to be on one of those power shows. She was trying to be an actress. She wasn't very good at it. Did podcasting, won podcast of the year 2 years in a row due to Diddy's influence. A lot of people are soured because of that. And now she's as far as her and JT goes, there's no more City Girls. I knew it was the end of City Girls when Young Miami started to evolve herself with Diddy, and she went on and did other things. Okay. And JT's gonna do a solo album. I don't think it's gonna be all that good. Maybe Young Miami will do a solo album. I don't think out of the two, I feel like Young Miami is one of those type of people that she's in music for a couple of weeks and then she's out of music for a couple of weeks. She just goes through the motions. And I feel like that's one of the reasons why they didn't build on their popularity or stay in the studio longer when they made the City Girls album. She just didn't take it that seriously. Hold on one second. She just didn't take it that seriously. So, Diddy is finding himself in these accusations, and we have to wait to see how all these accusations will play out. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, to the Trey Songz and the Ushers and the DJ Academics, y'all should be very, very careful, because there may be some lawsuits coming your guys' way. Even though 50 Cent has been roasting Diddy, 50 is not clear. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some women that's going to accuse you of that. So be careful mocking people, because the stuff that you're mocking people with can ultimately come back and mock you. Okay, so I feel like we're in a day and an age where you have to be very, very careful associating yourself with different type of women. That's just my humble opinion about it. You guys can do whatever y'all guys want to do, but I'm just saying. Okay, so that's pretty much it on all of the topics. And let's see what's going on in the world. I wasn't going to do this, but hey, let's go find out what's going on. Oh my God, who's up? Wait a minute. Let me put some pimping in it. All right, here we go. Gonna look at. Okay, so some trending stuff on Twitter. Of course, it's Black Friday. A lot of people are shopping right now. I know my early morning crew, my graveyard shift crew. Y'all got one more hour, then y'all up out of that graveyard shift. You can go home and go get some sleep. To my early morning crew that's starting the day by working or shopping at Black Friday to get these deals, comment in the comment section. Tell me what y'all got. Okay. All right. Okay. Galaxy is trending too on Amazon. Black Friday deal. Josh Giddey. That's that guy that they're saying, quote unquote, he's messing around with an underage female. I may touch that, may not touch that. Pause. Squid Game challenge is trending as well. It's trending at the bottom. Dolly Parton, and I'm glad this is trending, because I almost forgot about this. So Dolly Parton was at the Cowboys Commanders game on Thursday night, and she performed all her hits and Dolly. Okay, look, I'm gonna tell you something. Dolly Parton, it's amazing what cosmetic surgery and things of that. She's got the body of a 40-year-old, even though Dolly Parton's much older than that. But I could tell Dolly Parton was holding on to dear life on one of those structures, because as she was singing on stage, she was like holding on to one of them, because I guess she was scared that she was gonna fall off the stage. And that happens when you are much older. Your balance ain't all there. And I'm pretty sure it took some people to walk her on the stage and walk her off the stage. All right. But she was showing those curves and things of that nature. And Dolly still got it. All right. So I noticed it, just stuff that I noticed, I just pick off, as soon as I notice it. Okay. I'm pretty sure no one is noticing it on social media. And it's probably, let's just go into the Dolly trending topic. There's no tweets right now, but I'm pretty sure somebody done tweeted it saying like, man, it looks like Dolly, man, look like she was about to fall off the stage. Okay. But yeah, I noticed that. So I don't know if the other people noticed that as well. Some quick scores if you guys don't know who won. Green Bay beat Detroit. Dallas destroyed the Washington Commanders. And I'm a huge Dallas Cowboy fan, but I'm more of an objective Dallas Cowboy fan. They're, I have seen some games that I have been impressed by, and I have seen some games where I'm thinking, can we just make it to the playoffs and just roll the dice there? And the 49ers, they just destroyed Seattle. Okay. But I saw the Dallas game, and the Washington Commanders would never end on it. Okay. All right. So in entertainment news, not too much going on. Just a bunch of hashtags and things of that nature. I was just checking to see if anything was trending that's interesting that I would want to talk about, but not necessarily. Now, I will say this. I really don't want to talk about it, but okay, we got a couple of podcasts that are, the struggle is real. One of them is Joe Budden. One of them is Adam and the No Jumper podcast. But before we go into that, we got to go on a commercial break. All right. So bear with your bow. All right, Sister T, help them out.
These
all right?
niggas come in your chat. They won't even hit the like button because you all are a bunch of motherfucking haters. Bitch, it don't cause you shit not only to be over here, it don't cause you shit to hit the like button. But double fuck you motherfuckers in real life. Huh? Yes, that won't hit the like button. This is for you motherfuckers. Bitch, hit the like button. Don't hit the like button. Fuck you motherfuckers. In real life. You hear this? Look, bitches. You don't hit the like button. Fuck you motherfuckers. And thank you for the view, bitches. These niggas.
Thank you, Sister T, in the place to be. All right. So let's address Adam 22 and AD and the cast over there at the community podcast and Rail. Apparently, first and foremost, I thought this stuff died down. Now, for those who've been living on a rock, allow your boy to explain. Adam 22 let go of some employees, some former employees at No Jumper. And a lot of them were not feeling it. A lot of them were kind of sidetracked. Hold on one second. Let me put this on mute real quick. Okay, so Adam 22 and the guys over there at the community, AD, Rail, whatever his name is, a bunch of those guys have been very vocal about Adam 22 and how Adam 22 handled their situations. So basically, Adam 22 downsized, his his business with No Jumper. And a lot of those guys were let go of. Now, some of those guys were let go of due to the business side of things, and most of those guys got let go of because of personal reasons, right? And a lot of people are taking it very emotional about the whole situation. Now, they've been talking about this for like, when it happened like 5 or 6 months ago, and AD and them were every day talking about it, and how they felt about it. And Adam 22 came on the community podcast with AD, and they thought that they could hash it out. Nothing was hashed out, and it is what it is. All right. Some things were said in the heat of battle, in the heat of the moment, that Adam 22 have said, that AD has said, but I felt like things died down and cooler heads prevailed, and they just said, we just got to agree to disagree. All right. So Rail on an episode of the community podcast started talking about Adam 22's daughter or sister, and he said some very controversial things. And first and foremost, I don't know why he brought her up, because she was never in the process of why you guys are no longer on No Jumper. Now, Adam 22 says that that their numbers are not as great as No Jumper's number. And then he said that this is the reason why he doesn't do live streams, because live streams don't give you the money. It gives you views, but it don't give you the money. And I feel like Adam 22, particularly with content creating, I tell people this all the time. I feel like Adam 22 should be perfect. Like, if you're a content creator, if you're a podcaster, or if you do live streams and you want to be successful at it, you need to look at what Adam 22 is doing. Now, despite how you feel about him, if you look at how he does content, and he's been doing it for a long period of time, I tell people, don't look at the people that's had a YouTube channel 3 or 4 months ago. Look at the people that's doing YouTube channels for years, and see what they're doing. See what they're not doing. And as a content creator, you got to follow trends. You got to get in to fit in. And I feel like live streaming, particularly content like this, doing it on a live stream, it probably not going to give me the numbers that I'm looking for. But if you chop it up and put them and air them later, those episodes, you can get tons of views and hopefully make some bread. So I do understand where Adam's coming from as far as his decision doing live streams, as far as him. And another thing, shows, Adam, and he got rid of a lot of shows on his platform. Now, I do feel like you should go for what's working. And I think the Shark Tank, with Sharp. I don't know why I say Sharp, the Sharp Tank. I think that's a very popular concept on Adam 22's platform. No Jumper is still popping. Him and Whack 100, when they do their podcast, they make numbers. But you as a content creator, you got to be, you got to I'm trying to say this very professional. you have to get into where you fit in. All right. You got to look at your channel and you got to look at it. You got to look at it as, okay, this is what's working. This is not what's working. And downsizing your staff is something that's a business that businesses go through. All right. And cutting shows that are not making the views or making the money, you have to go with the flow. Some concepts, some ideals work, some don't. And downsizing is an everyday thing that all businesses go through. The struggle is real. And I felt like AD and Rail took it very personal by Adam's decision, but we all are going to have to come down that road. Like, and I always say this, you should never do business with your friends and your family. All right. Because it never goes well. It never goes great. Because when you have to make these decisions, and these decisions involve people that are your friends or your relatives, and you have to make a tough decision like, hey, I'm gonna have to let you go because, you know, you're not really bringing no value to the platform, or I have to get rid of this show because this show isn't doing what it's supposed to be doing, or we have to get rid of some things like our live streams because it's doing X, Y, and Z, and it needs to be doing A, B, and C. And a lot of those decisions that you're making have your friends and your family involved, and they probably are going to not accept the decision that's a business decision. All right. And I always tell people, if you can get a business that involves your friends and your family and it goes well, then great for you. But this has been documented over and over again where people add their friends and their family to their business and it doesn't work out. It just doesn't work out. And that, it is what it is. So I do feel like AD is understanding that a little bit better. I think Rail, involving family members with your beef with Adam 22, I ain't feeling that. But, it is what it is. But Adam 22, he does things that keep the ball moving over there. Like he's now got a reality show about who wants to bang his wife. All right. To me, that's cook behavior. He says he's not a cook, whatever. I couldn't co-sign to that, but if it works in their relationship, it works in their relationship, so it is what it is. So moving on from that, we're going to talk about Joe Budden. And I always wanted to talk about this, but, never had an opportunity to talk about this. Once again, regurgitating old situations. Joe Budden was on a podcast. I think the podcast is called, Need to Know. I think it's called Need to Know. And it's some former members that used to work with Joe Budden, and they decided to form their own podcast, and they were interviewing Joe Budden, and they talked about a lot of things. And the most popular thing everyone wants to talk about was the relationship between Joe Budden and Rory and Mal, and that fateful day where they decided that they could no longer run the podcast together. And they talked about how they remember that night. Joe Budden, after he did his thing on his podcast, he decided to go to the strip club. And when Joe Budden left, Rory and Mal, as well as these other three individuals, were still there. And then I guess they had an emergency meeting. You want to call it an emergency meeting? But I just felt like they just got together around the water cooler, and they're talking about, the future. They're talking about this, that, and the third. And they talk about, and one of Park was involved in that meeting. And then Park went and told Joe Button. And, that's where, the mechanisms of, Roy and Mal no longer being on Joe Button. Now, a lot of people felt like Parks did them dirty, did them wrong. But, if they were all supposed to be friends, that friends concept, you're definitely not going to allow your friend to walk into a trap or walk into a situation that they have no knowledge of. Plus, if Parks didn't do that, let's just say hypothetically, Parks just listened and then just went home. Who's to say the other members were not going to tell Joe Button? Who's to say Roy and Mal was not going to tell Joe Button? Who's to say any of these three that no longer work for Joe Button wasn't going to say anything to Joe Button? And then how would the relationship with Parks and Joe Button would change if Parks never included Joe Button in that conversation? Because it sounds like to me, when they were talking about this, the one that had the most to lose, it wasn't Rory and Mal, because they was on the inside looking out. They was already done with the Joe Button podcast. The one who could have lost the most out of this was Parks. So Parks was protecting his interests. Okay. And his interest was to let Joe Button know about this meeting that they had. And, they already, when you talk about Joe Button and Rory and Mal, they already had, conversations and talks and things of that nature where, they were challenging Joe Button on certain things. And everyone knew that this was ultimately going to happen, that Joe Button was going to, have to make a decision on Rory and Mal. And to me, I've said that when we were talking about this, I was telling you guys, yeah. So I told you, like, you shouldn't mix business with pleasure, because people are going to, people that you supposedly love, that are your friends or your family members, they're going to get hurt by it. And that pretty much happened with Roy and Mal. Now, just like the community, just like T-Rail, just like Roy and Mal, when you look at their podcast, like, you could clearly tell a night and day difference when they was a part of something that was big, and they went on and did their own thing. They went on and did their own thing. And then you notice when they went on and did their own thing, the volume that they was once associated with, that volume is no longer there when they're doing their own thing. When it comes to their views, when it comes to their subscribers, when it comes to the money that they're making on their own, it's a small scale than what they were making potentially when it was part of a bigger machine. And to me, Rory and Mal had to learn the hard way. Even though a lot of people, when they first broke up, a lot of people were saying, "Well, I'm going to support Rory and Mal. I'm never going to watch it. I'm never going to watch Joe Button and this, that, the third." And we all remember them conversations. Everybody was talking about, oh, Roy and Mal, they were done dirty, they were done wrong, and I'm going to start supporting them. And I told you guys, people were responding to the situation very emotional. And I told you guys, give it a couple of months, everything's going to be back to normal. when Joe, because obviously Joe Budden had a huge hole to fill with Rory and Mal. Now Ice and Ish, helped them, and he was their replacements. But obviously Joe Budden needed more, and that's when he got Melissa Ford and Flip, and I forgot the other guy's name. He occasionally come by, and now if you look at the Joe Budden, it's back popping again. It's back on the top again. And the only time when Rory and Mal make go viral is when they're talking about Joe Budden. Okay, now a lot of people were on Joe Budden's neck talking about how come you ain't say nothing about Diddy. And to me, I just don't consider Joe Budden a gatekeeper of hip hop culture or the hip hop community. You don't necessarily have to talk to everybody. You don't have to talk about everything. All right. So there's some things in entertainment that other people can talk about. And I forgot Marago, whatever her name is. She got upset at Joe Budden because she said, we haven't heard anything from you, Joe Budden, about the Diddy thing. And then Joe Budden just responded, well, if you got something to say about the Diddy thing, won't you jump off the ledge with it? And she got offended by it. But, Joe Budden is not the gatekeeper of news and entertainment or the hip hop. He picks and chooses what he wants to talk about, just like we all pick and choose what we want to talk about. When Tory Lanez was found guilty, and got served 10 years, you stopped talking. Malago, she stopped talking about it, and nobody didn't even bat an eye about it. All right, so you can't hold people at a higher standard when you don't even hold yourself to a higher standard, or give people the gatekeeper key saying, okay, you need to talk about anything and everything when you're not going to talk about anything and everything. That's just, my humble opinion about it. But yeah, that's what's going on in that situation. Okay. Now, done with news and notes. A couple of things I want to talk about. Be sure to subscribe and enjoy to Just My Opinion Podcast. That's my YouTube channel. That's my sports page. I just uploaded 2 videos yesterday about Undisputed with Richard Sherman and Skip Bayless. They had an outburst on live television, and I talked about it. I gave you guys my input on it, as well as Jalen Rose could possibly could possibly be just what Undisputed needs when it comes to their ratings. So go check out those 2 videos. First, subscribe, and once you subscribe, catch up on all the videos that you missed. By the way, no Just My Opinion podcast tomorrow. Okay. Actually, I was supposed to have done that today. Decided to do this a day early because it's Black Friday. All right. Also subscribe to my other channel. I'm Chris Don 1 TV. Occasionally I pop videos, and anything that you miss here, you can definitely check out the clips over there. I'm definitely going to come out with a video on I'm Chris Don 1 TV. It may come out next week. Worst case scenario this weekend. All right. And also be sure to subscribe to this channel as well. Okay. Get familiar with all 3 of my YouTube channels. All right. All right. So another thing I want to talk about is my audio podcast. I no longer have I'm Chris Don 1 podcast. It's now called Everybody Hates Chris. It's basically stories of my life. And you can go subscribe. It's still, if you already subscribed to I'm Chris Don 1 TV, you're subscribed to this podcast. Please go check out this podcast. I just talk about different stories of my life. I felt like, you know, that would be the way to go to that podcast as well. So go check out that. It's on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, wherever you get your podcast indulgement from. All right. So go check that out as well. As well as Twitch. I may do some things differently with Twitch maybe next year, but I won't be able to talk about it until later. All right. Now, and that's pretty much it. You know, normally you guys comment in the comment section. I read your comments and check them out. And I decided to that's it. That is it. I am done. I'm about to call it a day. I really do appreciate the following people that came in. No matter how long you stayed, as long as you hit the like button on your way out or when you came in, I really do appreciate everyone that's been hitting the like button. I really do appreciate everyone that have subscribed. I really do appreciate everyone that that shared my YouTube channel as well as my live stream with their friends, family, and followers. I really do appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. All right. And to my graveyard crew, you guys got like what? Another 25 minutes and then you're up out of there. All right. And get your sleep. If you think you can get up, get your Red Bull or whatever and enjoy these Black Friday sales. To my early morning crew that's going to work or going to take part of these sales, be careful out there. And that's pretty much it. I hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I had a great Thanksgiving. And I'm gonna take some antacids because my stomach is is not agreeing with me. All right. I had too much fun. I had so much turkey, so much ham, so much dressing, so much candy yam, so much potatoes, green beans, bread, and yeah. So I'm about to call it a day. All right. But 2 hours, we got 2 hours plus in. So I'm appreciative of that. And and we're done. So I will see you guys next Saturday, not Friday, next Saturday for Too Early for This podcast. I really do appreciate everyone that came by. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to me on Instagram, Too Early for This podcast. I really do appreciate the people that done came by. Hit the subscription button. Well, hit the follow button on Instagram. I uploaded a couple of videos that I normally upload here. I uploaded it over there. So you guys can go check them out as well. All right. And yeah, that's it. Had fun. All right. Had fun. So, guys, it's your boy, the host with the most. I do not brag or boast, and I'm coming to you guys live from coast to coast. It's your boy. I'm Chris the Don One, the official place to get you anything and everything pertaining to social media, YouTube streams. Okay. Now, before I end this, all right, I want everyone to have a safe weekend. I expect everyone to be back better than ever and enjoy these Black Friday deals and sales. And I will see you guys on the flip side of things. It's your boy. I'm up out of here. I will see you guys next Saturday. All right. See, I'm gone. Deuce.